Morning. Oh, today is, let's see here, what is today? As I should know. It's Tuesday, December the 31st. Wow. New Year's Eve. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, to be honest. Uh, I really don't see this as some sort of new beginning each and every year. For me, new beginnings seem to be the fall. Because that's when the academic calendar kind of begins. I'm around my kids. They've had 3 months off. They get all ramped up and everything, and they start learning again. And really, it's when things really take off. It's when things really ramp up for us, because with the academic year, we homeschool our kids. My wife, she leads the RE. I do youth group at our parish. Um, Turkey dinner's right around the corner. The clock starts really ticking down to the holiday season, which we just wrapped up. Actually, kind of in the throes of the Christmas season still, really, but it's everything's winding down now, and for me, it's like New Year's Eve. I remember when I was younger, New Year's Eve used to be like a really big day where you get like, especially when I was in a band. You'd always want to score a gig on New Year's Eve and go out, have a good time. You knew the bars were going to be packed. You were going to be in front of a lot of people that you probably didn't normally see. And it was I don't know, it was a celebration. And I guess maybe that's kind of what I want to take back this year. Is maybe today I want a little bit more celebration, because I turn around and I look back from where I've been, and I'm proud. I don't want to get too prideful, but I'm happy with where my family's at, where my kids are at, and I still have a lot of hope, and I think there's still a lot of left. Anyway, there's still a lot to be seen. There's a lot left to be done. There we go. So. Anyway, let's jump into it. Reading from the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 1 through 18. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. Or the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Wow, I can't talk today. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. A man named John was sent from God. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came to be through him. But the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, but his own people did not accept him. But to those who did accept him, he gave the power to become the children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not by natural generation, nor by human choice, nor by man's decision, but of God. And the Word became flesh, and he made his dwelling among us, and we saw his glory, and the glory as of the Father's only begotten Son, full of grace and truth. John testified to him and cried out, saying, This is the one whom I said, the one who is coming after me ranks ahead of me, because he existed before me. From his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace. Because while the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. The only begotten Son, God, who is at the Father's side, has revealed him. Well, that's a lengthy reading today, and I think it's a bit worthy of today being New Year's Eve, and kind of like the ending of the old and the beginning of the new. And John is here saying, what I'm getting from this is with Christ coming out and beginning his ministry, Um, a new age is beginning. So how is this going to change my New Year's Eve? I guess I'm going to look out and I'm going to see I'm going to look out and I'm going to see and try to realize who Christ is every single day. You know, I try to walk every day with Christ and do His will and to love His way and to walk His path. But I think sometimes I get so wrapped up in life and walking with Christ that I forget that I'm walking with Christ. If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. You know, it's easy to get complacent. You know, it's one of the things we talk about at work. You know, I work on things and fix things, and they always tell us, don't become complacent, because that's when you can have an accident and sometimes lose a finger, a hand, or an arm, or your life. You know, we have a lot of safety things put in place and a lot of things that are made to, which a lot of people grumble about, but they're really to try to make you to stop and realize, okay, I'm getting ready to go into this piece of equipment. This is a dangerous thing. Have I dotted all the I's? Have I crossed all the T's? I'm getting ready to stick my hands into this or my arms into that or whatever. This is a possible dangerous situation. That's what we do at work a lot. And there's paperwork and safety there's just so much safety, which is a good thing, but sometimes you get so, and it needs to be there, because you get so complacent. You can roll in to work being tired because you're up all night with the kids or whatever, and you become complacent, and next thing you know, you're missing a piece of your body, or you become injured, or you have to go to the hospital and everything. And I kind of see this reading as the same way. It's kind of like a big, hey, let's pay attention to who this Jesus guy really is. He was the Word of God. He was the light coming into the world. And the phrase that really strikes me is that anyone who chooses to accept Him, how exactly was that phrased? I forget now. I'm so forgetful. But to those who did accept Him, He gave power to become children of God. That's all we got to do, is we have to accept Jesus for being Jesus. And then we can become children of God. We can enter heaven. Now, along with that, we can't just say, like, okay, I believe in Jesus, and then run back and do all the simple things that we normally do. But it's stating quite simply that we can easily become children of God, and the first step is just accepting that He is who He is, that Christ is who He says He is. So I guess my takeaway is today I'm going to try to not be complacent in the fact that I sit with Jesus and I walk with Jesus and I ask Jesus to come with me every step of the way, and I try to follow Him on the path that He's trying to lead me down. We all have unique paths. I was called last night to give a talk to a men's group, and it's something that I'm very nervous about, but I'm also very excited about. And I think that'll be helpful to keep me from being complacent. But it's hard. And how do you get around that? Well, prayer is helpful, but even prayer can lead to monotonous routine. So you need to shake it up. You need to shake up your faith life. You need to break out into new areas. Whenever you feel that complacency coming on, you need to stop and make sure you're crossing all the I's. Dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. I got to shift from water to coffee. I don't know. That's just me. That's all I got to say about that.